Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves with Gary.
Hi everyone, welcome to a special edition of Rants and Raves. I am here kind of getting everyone really excited for the upcoming DSE show. It's going to be November 17th through 19th, and I'm here with three presenters. It's Brandy Alvarado Miranda, David DeFelice, and Justin Lachowski. Welcome, y'all. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So your panel is going to be discussing, well, let me back up. First of all, why don't you each introduce yourself and a little bit of your background and talk about a little bit why you're excited to be at DSE in general.
Sure. Well, I'll kick it off. I'm Justin Lachowski, Director of Sales and Marketing with Signage. We're a multimedia production facility that creates really cool content for digital signage. And that's what we love to do, is make really pretty things show up on screens. I've been with the company about 8 years now, and just love what we do. Making pretty things is a lot of fun.
I'll go next. I'm Brandy Alvarado Miranda, CEO of BAM Marketing and PR Agency. I'm actually Telesignage marketing agency, and I think we've worked together for a little over a year now. And I'm excited about DSE because, gosh, it's a chance for us to all get back into the same space again. And I'm just always been really passionate about this industry. I think it's, the most creative and fun place to be.
And I'm Dave DeFelice, VP of Business Development with Telesignage. Been in the industry pretty much my entire career. We love DSE because it's our trade show, right? It's where we get to talk to end users. It's where we get to see what the latest stuff is that's coming out. And we wind up doing a lot of business there, so it's great. And the thing that I want to that excites us is that generally we think content in most of the industry is for digital signage is underrepresented, so we like to represent.
Very
so
cool.
We're happy to do that.
Yeah, so your panel is going to be called the 5 C's. This is about for great enterprise digital signage. So first of all, can you tell me what the 5 C's are?
No.
I have to come to the panel to find out. It's a mystery.
No, we're happy to if we can remember them. Justin, do you have the list?
I do. So the 5 C's, this is actually off the cuff. I didn't have it written down. We've got current, captivating, creative, coordinated, and consistent. Those are the C's.
You did great.
Amazing.
You did.
I had a cheat sheet.
No, I love a mnemonic device. This is great. So this is kind of about successfully leveraging each of those to, create more of a powerful digital signage experience, right?
Yeah, that's correct. What's important in digital signage content really is those 5 C's. One of the things people hate most, and that might just be me, so whenever I walk into, anywhere that's got signage and they're playing, sports scores from 3 days ago or an event from a few days ago, being current is really important, and using that current information to captivate people in a really creative way that's coordinated with, all other campaigns across your organization. That consistency is really what makes an effective digital signage system.
Definitely. I agree.
Yeah,
go ahead, David.
Essentially what we're going to do is provide some tips and tricks for people who have to provide content on their organization's digital signage to just make life a little bit easier for them, right? Maybe some hints about where they can find content. A lot of times, even in big organizations, the digital signage team is frequently fairly small, right? And so they have to be very efficient about how they use their time and what they can put on the channel. So we just want to give them a whole bunch of little tips, a whole bunch of little tricks that will hopefully make their channel more watchable.
For sure. And you will also, I know that I read the description of your panel. I know that you'll also be covering some mistakes that have been made in the past in terms of content and digital signage. In your opinion, or in your opinions, what is the biggest mistake a company can make in terms of content?
Not having a strategy. Goodness. That's huge.
I totally agree with Brandy on that. I mean, the creative strategy is the brain behind it. Nobody likes to see, a hodgepodge of PowerPoint-like templates on a screen. Something that's designed creatively from the beginning, that has that overall look and feel, is important. So I would say the fifth C, consistency, is really important in just ensuring that strategy is in place.
Yeah, and I think that thing we run into is, somebody in an organization says, usually coming out of the C-suite, says, hey, it was just in a competitor's location and they have screens, and now we have to have screens too.
Yeah.
And so, screens are easy because they're a capital purchase. And I can't tell you how many times we've been brought into a new client to find out that they've bought a lot of equipment, they've deployed stuff, and they have really no strategy or concept of what it takes to put compelling content on that screen. That could have been one of the C's. We left it out.
I don't know how many more C's we can get into this.
By the time this podcast is over, we're going to have like 18 more C's. It's going to be the 25 C's of digital signage.
Or it's going to cause us rewrites everywhere.
Final question I have for you guys, though, is what is the most important thing that you want people to walk away from this panel, like learning or gleaning?
For me, it's content is important. Think about that at the beginning. Dave said it perfectly. We get into tons of gigs where somebody's bought a whole ton of hardware and screens, and they're like, oh, wait, what are we going to put on those screens? If you start thinking about what you want to put on your digital signage at the onset of a project while you're procuring hardware and software, that is the best way to ensure success of your system.
Yeah, content is important. Their viewership won't go up by what screen they choose. It won't go up by what software they choose. You won't get one more person to watch your screen by making those choices. It's all about what content you're going to put on your screen. That will determine your viewership. And so we just want them to come out with an understanding that, content is key. It's really important.
Yeah. And to add to that, I would say content should be a forethought, not an afterthought. Once you've sort of conceptualized your digital signage, you really should pay more attention on the front end versus it being an afterthought. And I think the other thing that I would love to, for people to know about this particular session is we really want to have fun with it. So I think we're going to gamify it a little bit and have some fun instead of just being a very stodgy presentation. That's not Telecine at all. We're a bunch of fun creatives. And so that's our goal, is to have some fun with our session as well.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. Because when you're having fun, people can definitely have fun with you. That's going to be something fun to watch.
No, we're going to be terrorized. And they're going to have fun. We're going to try to make them have fun.
We want to see how many C's we can get people to remember.
Yeah, there's going to be a list, and you have to scratch it off every time you hear one. Sounds good to me.
How many C's?
Well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you joining me for this episode of Rants and Raves. And for those of you watching or listening, you can see their panel at DSE. It's going to be Friday, November 18th from 9 to 9:45. And you can register for DSE by going to digitalsignageexperience.com. Brandy, Justin, David, thanks again for joining.
Thanks.
Pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
rAVe Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves.